Klay Thompson has recently been dumped by Megan Thee Stallion because he cheated on her. Don't know too much about Klay Thompson, but what I do know about him is that he's got a history of cheating. Now, there are a lot of people having a conversation right now about the idea of a person who knows that they are not monogamous entering into a monogamous relationship. And as a polyamorous person, I wanted to talk about the nuances of that and quickly discuss some of my feelings and reactions to this and some of the discourse on my feed around the subject of non-monogamy. So she says, cheating had me around your whole family, playing house, got cold feet, holding you down through all your horrible mood swings and treatment towards me during your basketball season. Now you don't know if you can be monogamous. Bitch, I need a real break after this one. Bye, y'all. And I don't blame her. So there is a difference between someone cheating and doing that in a way where he's keeping it a secret and he's hiding things and it's something that has to be discovered, and non-monogamy, where a person is entering into a dynamic, usually when they're with a partner and they're not exclusively with that partner. I view non-monogamy as a sort of umbrella term. People usually say ethical non-monogamy to specify that what they're practicing is done with ethics in mind. So the idea is that you are communicating with your partner about what you're doing and who you're doing it with, and that's usually done so that people know what's going on. It's not a secret. Everything is upfront and discussed and established. And within our culture, people do often conflate cheating and non-monogamy, but a lot of people don't understand that you can cheat in a non-monogamous relationship, because non-monogamy takes on various different forms and people have different agreements and different things that they will say, hey, I'm comfortable if you do this and I'm not comfortable if you do that. And a violation of that contract is really the problem. Now, there are a lot of people saying right now, Megan Thee Stallion is a baddie. She's absolutely gorgeous. And how is it that she could be cheated on? If you buy into this narrative that monogamy is the thing that you're given when you have proven yourself to be the most valuable partner, the most attractive partner, the most desirable woman, you're buying into an idea that is destined to disappoint you. Because people like Klay Thompson cheat because they want to cheat. And I think where a lot of women get it messed up is they think that if they do the cooking, if they do the cleaning, if they do the sexual satisfying, these men aren't going to leave. A lot of men benefit from their relationships with women. They benefit from the image it allows them to present to the world. Within his family, it was probably impressive for him to have a superstar like Megan Thee Stallion cook a spread. If you saw the video she did of this spread, she was cooking. I say that as a person who loves to cook. She was in the kitchen and she worked really hard. Of course he appreciates that. A lot of women think, this guy wants children with me, why would he cheat on me? And it's because he wants children. It's because a lot of men want all of the benefits of being in a relationship with a woman, but none of the responsibility. And that's what a lot of men in general feel, right? I think one of the problems that I have with the conflation of polyamory and cheating is that really what a lot of people are talking about are oftentimes, but not always, men who don't have impulse control, who are in a relationship and deciding to be in relationships with other people while they're not managing their relationships. A lot of times people cheat because they can cheat and it makes them feel powerful to cheat. A lot of people get off on the secret of sneaking around and being in a relationship with someone and having sex without someone being aware of it. That's a very real thing. They're not cheating because it's anything personal to you. Obviously, it involves you because you're in the relationship and you're being harmed, but it's not really about resenting you. But what it does demonstrate is a lack of respect for you. It does demonstrate that they do not value you. It does demonstrate that they have not respected the relationship. So I'm very proud of Megan Thee Stallion for getting out of this relationship the moment she found out. Because, I'll say, as a polyamorous person who has dealt with people who have tried to save their relationships after stuff like this under the guise of non-monogamy, that a lot of times the miscommunication around this is an issue for those of us who are actively practicing non-monogamy, who could potentially enter into these relationships. I don't think he wants to be non-monogamous in the way that I'm non-monogamous, right? I am polyamorous, meaning I have the capacity to love more than one person. And I am in relationships with more than one person whom I love. People whom I have an immense connection and love for, who I've been able to develop trust with. And what's interesting to me about the way that people talk about polyamory and non-monogamy is when you talk about it in the realm of cheating and infidelity, you're not really talking about what most non-monogamous people are practicing within non-monogamy. Like, in all reality, if I think about what I get from being a polyamorous person, how does it actually do something for me? The reality is I'm able to have several different relationships with several different people that tickle a very different part of my brain. And it's not like one person's better than the other person, or that I value one person over the other. It's more like I have a wide range of how I'm able to express my love with people. And that is very fulfilling. My partners all know each other. They all get along with each other. They all have good taste and have commonality. We have barbecues and things together all the time. I don't think that's necessarily what Klay Thompson wants. When you're a non-monogamous person and you're entering into relationships, you have to have a common understanding of what the situation is. I would not date a monogamous person. It's not because I can't find one. I've been offered monogamy many times. I'm in love with multiple people right now, and those people are real people in my life, and I'm not going to view monogamy as the thing I give the person I value the most. That's a hurdle that a lot of monogamous people struggle with, where I love more than one person. I'm not viewing one of you as better than the other. And I'm making multiple commitments. I'm not seeing exclusivity and commitment as the same thing. People think that non-monogamy is like less responsibility and less work, but in all reality, it's a lot more. It's way more communication. It's way more, in my opinion, emotional intelligence. And that's if you actually want to practice it functionally. I think a lot of people dip their toes into non-monogamy, sometimes calling it polyamory, and really what they're doing is fucking around. And for those of us who are polyamorous, for those of us who believe in multiple love, that often puts us in a very uncomfortable position with those people. My advice to people who are in a situation like this is to get out if you don't want to be non-monogamous.